Oh yeah, back to ELO. I'm doing the alcove now. I'm starting to do the inner curve. And that's where I'm going to do the Payne's Gray. I can use black and white. For me, it's just a little bit easier because it's already pre-mixed. I am just building basic shadows. I kind of have the more progression than some of you maybe to be able to do stuff like this now. I can say more experience. Some of you might have been painting 30 years. You just haven't done it my way. So I'm not saying you have to, but with my way, yeah, this is how I do it. So I'm not saying you have to. I'm just showing, again, it's not the end result. It's the process of. I'm having a blast doing this. This is so much fun. Again, once you get over the anxiety of it doesn't have to be anything. It's a fucking rock. I'm sorry, excuse the language, but it's a rock. And rocks are made to look random. That's the whole point of rocks. That's why I like looking at rocks, right? I don't like looking at brick walls. I love looking at mountains. It's the randomness, I guess. I don't know. Lakes don't interest me, but I can sit there at the Jersey Shore, not beach, we call it the shore in Jersey, and just watch the waves come in like all day long. Watch the changing of the tides, which takes about 6 hours. Yeah, I can sit there all day. I used to. Oh my god, I miss the Jersey Shore. I'm from North Jersey, so to me, that was like my hangout on the weekends. You take a ride down the Parkway, you leave early in the morning, otherwise it's called the Parkway for a reason, because you literally park your car. You're doing like 30 miles an hour on a good summer day to get down to the shore, and then you find out that beaches are packed. We have to pay for our beaches here, which is kind of weird. They're free, but there's sand, right? You have to pay to get a beach pass and go on the beach. There's only a couple of free beaches. Wildwood is one of them. One of the best beaches in Jersey. Anyhow, I'm just rattling on now. And you can see, though, I am building up the wall by putting shelves in and stuff like that. I will start building the shadows more. I'm having fun more just building shelves. So, again, I'm not really paying attention to the music. I think it's on a commercial right now, too. And I paint better when I don't pay attention to the music. So the wall is pretty much almost completely done with the rocks. And I'll do the shading and stuff now. Start building up inside here and making it a little bit darker in there, a little bit lighter here. I'll pause it again. It's 2.5 minutes so. Alright, I might as well show you. I'm doing the shadows on the inside. And for this one I'm using Payne's Gray only for the fact that it doesn't really cover all the way. Like I said, it kind of blurs out to a gray. And I am really just dry brushing a little bit over everything I did before to make the corner darker. There's no light really getting into the corner, and I want to bring it into the darkness a bit. And you can see as I'm going over it and over it, it is slowly getting darker. You can see right here as I'm just going over and over it, slowly become more in the shadows. And I'll do that a bunch until I'm happy with it. Still not really happy with the curve coming out. There's really no definition there with the dark and the light. But I can do that with highlights on the ledges and too, which I will do. All the ledges always get highlights before I'm actually done with the piece. So a little bit of shade on the coming out. All right, I can always touch it up again later. More shadow in the corner. Now let's highlight those ledges. Bring them back out. They are kind of lost right now, especially the ones on that wall that we see directly in front of us. So exact same color. Remember I told you before? See, nothing fancy, literally just swabs right across. Come down a little bit, build up a little bit of rocks down here. I can see the light spots in the rock wall already, so I'm just kind of building on them and just making them a little bit clearer. I can see them, so I want to make sure everybody sees them. So I'll slightly touch on them and bring them out a little bit, make them more like rocks. Yeah, it really doesn't look like a corner anymore. Just kind of lightened all that up already. Okay, and again, you can always go back over. I just want a little bit lighter on some of them. Some of the higher ones up, more into the sunlight, a little bit brighter than the ones down below. So I'm doing a little bit lighter gray on some of these two especially, that little top one and that one. I'll leave the rest of them. Again, I'll build up a little bit more shadows underneath some of these. And again, bury the corner, right? I didn't bury the corner. I'll stop it here. That's 4.5.